Good day, everyone. Let me introduce myself first. I am Romnick Gregorio, and now I am going to discuss the Module 2 for our subject, Software Engineering. This module is entitled The Critical Systems. Before we are going to proceed on our discussion, let us define first what critical systems means. So, critical systems are systems whose failure could threaten life, environment, or organization. Failure means any threatening behavior, not just non-conformance to specification. Sinasabi dito na ang critical systems ay systems kung saan yung failure nito ay maaaring magdala ng kapahamakan sa isang tao o sa kanyang buhay, sa kapaligiran at pati na rin sa isang organisasyon. Sinasabi rin na hindi lamang ang hindi pagsunod sa specification ang kahulugan ng isang failure. Ito rin ay yung maaaring pagdadala ng kapahamakan o yung pagdadala ng kapahamakan mismo. So, dito, ang critical system daw ay andyan na bago pa man dumating ang computer-based system. For example, ano yung mga computer-based system? Ito ay yung mga airplanes, ganon. And now we are going to proceed on the critical system classes. So, here we have 3 classes of critical systems. The first one is the safety critical systems. The second one is the mission critical systems. And the third one is the business critical systems. Ano nga ba tong safety critical systems? Safety critical systems is a failure that can cause loss of life, injury, or environmental damage. Ito daw yung failure na nakakapag-cause ng buhay ng isang tao, injury, or damage sa kapaligiran. So, the second one naman ay mission critical systems. Ano nga ba tong mission critical systems? Ito naman yung failure na goal directed. May may tinutumbok siyang isang goal para masira o may gusto siyang masira na activity o goal-directed activities failure. Number 3 ay business critical systems. Ano nga ba to siya? So, this business critical systems is a failure that can result in a business failure. Kumbaga, yung failure na yon ay maaring o makakapagdala sa isang business para magsarado o sirain yung mismong business na yon. Examples of critical systems. There are 2 examples for critical systems, which are the primary and the secondary. Under the primary critical systems, we have communication systems, for example, aircraft and radio, and the control systems, for example, medical devices. For our second example of critical systems, or the secondary ones, under this category, we have the financial systems, for example, the transaction management. Failure cost categories. Failure cost often exceeds system cost. Mas malaki pa daw yung binabayad sa failure na damages kaysa doon sa system mismo. And indirect cost may surpass direct failure cost. Yung indirect cost ay yung mga cost na binabayaran due to nangyaring failure nga sa system or yun. And under these failure categories, we have the direct repair cost, investigation cost, revenue lost, compensation cost, legal cost, and redesign cost. Ano nga ba tong mga to? Sa direct repair cost, mataas kung damage yung hardware. Kasi alam naman natin na for a system to work, doon talaga siya sa isang hardware. Kumbaga, Sa computer natin, saan ba nakastore ang operating system? 'Di ba? The operating system is being stored inside the hardware or hard disk drive natin kung tawagin. And number two, investigation cost. Ito naman ay expensive lalo na kung may loss of life or may nawala ng buhay dahil dun sa failure na yon. The third one is the revenue loss. Ito, mawawala ng revenue due to non-operational na yung system. O, number 4 naman, compensation cost. This is due to the damage that has been caused. Kumbaga, i-compensate na kung sino yung mga na-damage o na-perwisyo nung nangyaring failure. Sa legal cost naman, it is related to the compensation cost. Siyempre, dadaan sa legal na paraan lahat ng mga transactions due to that failure sa system. And sa redesign cost naman, for other vulnerable systems. Siyempre, alam na nating may failure sa isang system. And madedetect na natin or kailangan madetect na natin yung mga vulnerable systems na yon para maayos na rin sila sa lalong madaling panahon at hindi na lumala pa yung damage o yung madamay due to that incident or failure. The next we are going to tackle is the critical emergent properties. So, under these critical emergent properties, we have the reliability, availability, safety, and security. Ano nga ba itong mga to? The first one is reliability. It means the consistency with specifications. Kailangan credible ka, magiging reliable ka. Kumbaga, hindi dapat nagbabago kung ano yung specification na sinashowcase mo o ibinibigay mo. Sa availability naman, it is the ability to deliver required services. Kailangan mapunan mo kung ano yung needs ng users. And sa safety, it is the protecting human life. Kumbaga, dun nga sa mga failure natin kanina and sa critical systems natin kanina, na-discuss natin na it can cause loss of life. So, with that, kailangan ma-safety natin yung users. And for security, resistance to external attacks. Dapat, dun pa lang, while using the app, may ano na tayo, may precautionary measures na tayo kung tawagin. Dun pa lang is nasisecured na hindi lang tayo and yung and pati na rin yung users natin. So, I think this is the last one for the module 2, the development techniques for critical systems. Under these are the use of formal methods for system specification. Ano nga ba itong number 1? It is to clear the system requirements. Kumbaga, iklaruhin kung ano yung nire-require. Number 2 is the use of formal verification to demonstrate that a program is consistent with its specification. Katulad nga nun, sa critical emergent properties natin, dapat reliable tayo. So, we need to use formal verification para maipakita natin sa kanila na reliable pa rin yung program natin na kailangan pagkatiwalaan pa rin nila tayo even na may mga ganong incidents na mangyari sa system. Number 3 is separate teams for implementation and testing. So, dapat merong tatao sa implementation and testing and they will collaborate para pagsamahin kung ano man yung mapapansin nila within the system or the program. Kumbaga, with that, ma-disseminate ng maayos yung portions of the work as well as mamamaximize yung work to a better output or an outcome. 4 is incorporation of redundant code and self-checking in programs. Dito naman is, kumbaga, dun pa lang sa program is madedetect niya kung may failure ba na nagaganap, kung may uma-attack ba or may external attacks, and if ma-detect niya, dun na yung mga programmers na mag gagawa ng paraan or solusyon to uh, to prevent that or to fix that issues. So that's end my presentation. Again, this is Ramnik Gregorio, and this is the module 2 for our subject, software engineering.